Hey, and welcome back to our weekly devotion. Today I was driving by the Little League field and it began to bring back old memories, so I wanted to stop and share a couple of stories with you. I remember I was just a boy playing Little League years ago, and we'd won a couple of games that nobody thought that we were supposed to win, and man, we were on cloud nine. And then came along a team that everybody thought we had just whipped real good, and well, you can probably figure out what happened. I remember the commercial many years ago that talked about the joy of victory and the agony of defeat. I guess we've all experienced a little bit of that in our lives. And it reminds me of another story. It's the story of a gentleman that ran for public office many years ago. He ran for the United States House of Representatives and was defeated miserably. So he went into the private sector and he opened a store. He didn't do so good either, and soon he had claimed bankruptcy. A couple of years after that, he decided to try his hand at running for public office again, but this time it was for the United States Senate. But once again, he was defeated in a landslide. Not to be outdone, he thought he'd be a newspaper man, and he opened up a small town newspaper. Not very many people were interested though, so before long the newspaper had closed. And it seemed like that everything that he tried to do just turned to dust. That is until 1860, when Abraham Lincoln was elected the president of the United States. I was preaching the other day and telling some of these similar stories to our congregation, and I told our congregation that I'm not going to tell you that God's going to make you a millionaire. I'm not going to tell you that if you follow Christ that everything is going to be peaches and cream, that it's going to be a flowery bed of ease. I'm not going to tell you that He'll just make it a smooth road and it'll be smooth sailing your whole life. No, in fact, there'll be times of disappointment. There may be even times of defeat when things don't turn out the way that we thought that they might. But I will tell you that God has great plans for your life. You might be listening to this today and you're going through one of those times. You're going through one of those times of disappointment. You're going through one of those times where it seems like that everything that can go wrong is going wrong. W.C. Fields once said, if at first you don't succeed, relax. You're just like the rest of us. We all go through those times, but having said that, I'm reminded of the verse of Scripture that said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Let me encourage you. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and press on towards the mark for the prize of the high calling in God. God bless you. We'll see you next week at our weekly devotion.